Oh, there it is. Okay, so we are recording, and it's Tuesday, July 7th, Team Stardust Team Call Tuesday. So thanks for being here, you guys. I don't want to take up a lot of your time, but I just wanted to go over a couple things and then have a discussion, a topic discussion. So I would love for all of you to be able to chime in on this. So first things first, let's get a little bit of business out of the way. It is July. We are in our first full week of July here, and our July specials for the month, again, are 21-Day Fix and 21-Day Fix Extreme. They're as a challenge pack. There also is the Kickstart with the 3-day refresh. So those are both still on sale for the month of July. Probably one of my most favorite challenge packs to go with, because it can fit so many different people from basic to extreme, and everybody can always use a little help with their nutrition and portion control and knowing what to eat. And I will tell you that I have a success story tonight. I actually fed my husband the turkey meatloaf, but I used beef. So one of my struggles is feeding my husband because he's so picky. So if any of you guys have seen that recipe, and I'll even post it probably tomorrow as a success, but it has quinoa in it, and he absolutely refuses to have anything to do with something that has the word quinoa in it. So not to mention the other thing that I had working against me is that, for the craziest reason, like, he has not eaten meatloaf in I don't know how long, and he went out to lunch today, and guess what he had? Meatloaf. I don't know. It was weird. So when he came home and I told him I was making something special, and he told me he already ate meatloaf for lunch, I was like, what the heck? What the heck? Okay. So anyway, long story short, it's just something that, even if they maybe don't want to, eating healthy is good. He actually liked it. He liked it. So 2 thumbs up for that recipe, and I will make sure to get that posted at some point so you guys can use it if you don't have the extreme. Okay, so another thing I wanted to touch on, I kind of put this out there in the group. So last month, for June, I was trying to engage some discount coaches, and how I categorize discount coaches and business coaches is, my business builders or business coaches are people that are working to add people to their team, people that are working to reach out to others and help them help themselves. Those people that are actively inviting and sharing and asking people to join them in challenge groups. Those are my business builders, no matter how big or how small. People that are working in those areas are my business building coaches. So, and on the other side, my discount coaches or discount members within Stardust, those are people that I categorize as, they love the programs, they love their shake, and they are having great results. They're going through their own journey, and they are taking the discounts. So I put it out there last month, and this was actually Glenna's idea, which, thank you, Glenna. She came up with this brilliant idea with Fixate coming out, that she was going to encourage some of her challengers, some of her coaches, and just people in general to either reach out and refer somebody, bring somebody in, or to sign up as a coach, and they would get in for a drawing. Okay. So I took her concept and I applied it to my discount coaches in June. And I wanted them to feel comfortable with being able to ask somebody to join them on their journey and have me as their coach. Okay. So if somebody purchased 21-Day Fix Challenge Pack, they got signed up for the drawing themselves. If they signed up as a coach, they got signed up for the drawing. If they were referred by a discount coach, that discount coach got put in for the drawing. And so that's where I was going with that for June. So there was a little bit of confusion with the referring, or maybe there's just so many different ways, I guess you could say that. So business builders, if you're referring people to the 21-Day Fix, you're obviously bringing them in under you. You obviously are building your team, and you are going to be helping them along in their journey. So I also want to make sure that you guys are being rewarded for helping others. And so I'm going to be doing a separate drawing for my business building coaches to be able to get in for the Fixate book as well. So 2 drawings, one for discount coaches who are referring people to me, and one for business building coaches who are referring 21 Day Fix or building their own business. And so that also means, like, if you sell a 21 Day Fix challenge pack, if you sign a coach, if somebody becomes a coach through that, those are 2 ways that you guys can get in as business building coaches for that drawing. So again, so far it's been going really good. Glenna, thank you again for giving that idea. And Glenna, have you had any luck with that for your people? I know you've been really busy, so I haven't checked in with you as far as how that's been going.
I've had 3 challenge pack sales in June, or 1 in May and 2 in June. So I put them both in drawings, and then I have one girl that keeps referring people. They just haven't signed up yet, so we'll see.
Very cool. So I think that's great. Prizes have a way of bringing people out. Now, I honestly, I don't know if they've even told us how much that Fixate book is going to cost yet. I just know that I'm going to pick some up when I'm at Summit. And then that way I'll be able to give some of those out. I've also put it out there for new challengers that if they get signed up with a challenge pack and join me in a challenge group, they will get put in for a drawing. So again, like, that is 3 drawings. That's not me giving a book to every person that enters, right? So it just might be a way for you to utilize that and spread some 21 Day Fix cookbook love coming up. All right. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I thought I had seen something that was like only $19.95 or something, like really affordable.
That sounds awesome.
I can't remember where I've seen it, but I'll just try to find it again.
Okay. Yeah, I don't, and maybe I just haven't been paying attention either. So, but that would be great if that's what it is, because that is super affordable. And as a business building coach, you could offer that out, because the way things work with the commission you earn versus what you're going to give somebody, you'd still end up on the up and up with Success Club and bringing people in, possibly converting them into coaches. So there are endless possibilities with some kind of giveaway option like this. Okay. But I just wanted you guys to understand what I was doing within the team. Debbie, you're definitely welcome to join in on that. Okay. So you guys get going with that, because I know, like, it's fun to be able to offer something to people. And I love doing that. Like, I love giving gifts and stuff like that. It kind of builds me up. So, okay. Anyway, moving on. Summit. There's quite a few of us in here that are going to Summit, which is exciting. A lot of us are going to be there next Wednesday, the 15th, through Sunday, the 19th. And I'm sure you will be seeing lots of reports of amazing products and things coming out. So keep your eyes open for that. And as soon as we get back, after we get back, we have, what's it called? Super Saturday. Super Saturday is on the 25th. So I'm not sure. I know if you guys can find a Super Saturday in your area, or host one yourself. I am going to step out on a limb this month, and I'm going to go in with some coaches that are from here in Wisconsin, and we're going to put one on in our hometown. And honestly, it'll probably take a total of maybe 3 hours at the most. You can add a workout in, which is what I'm thinking of, and then you just go over the material that corporate provides you. But a lot of that information is going to be coming from what is released at Summit. It's a great way to bring your team together. It's a great way to get people excited. You don't have to be a coach to come. People can come, and you guys could do a video, a Beachbody on Demand workout together or something, or just get to know each other. And that's just one of the beautiful things about this company and this team is that no matter what you're doing, when you get together with people that have the same goals in mind as you and they have the same positive attitude, it just has a way of firing you up and lifting you up and pushing you even further towards your goals in whether that's business or personal. It's an amazing thing. So think about those things. Okay. Any questions? I'm going to unmute everybody right now and just ask if there's any questions. Anybody?
I have a question.
Sure.
On your fixed state cookbook, if you have you done it so you like have offered it to your challengers? If so, what type of wording do you use?
I'm going to be offering it right now. I have a 21-day fix group that is in the second week, and I will probably be offering it to each one of them. I thought about maybe putting it in the group, but I'm not going to because I actually have a couple other coaches in that group with me. So I already have some wording typed up, and it kind of you have to figure out what works for them. So like first, since most of them already purchased a challenge pack, that kind of takes them out of that one, so you can scratch that one off your list. But if they already have and they want to convert and become a coach for the discount or to build a business, they'll get their name put in the drawing for that. Or if they refer a friend and bring them along on the journey with a challenge pack, they'll get their name put in for that. And they could invite more than one person. Like you could have one person in your group that signs up as a coach and invites 2 people to join them with challenge packs, and they'd get in the drawing 3 times. You know what I mean? So it kind of has a lot of possibilities to go with there.
Thank you.
Yeah. I can post in my group I can post in Stardust what I've been using for wording too, because I just have made variations of it depending on the person, because I might be addressing a challenger, I might be addressing a discount coach, and I could even be addressing, just somebody randomly, you know what I mean? Somebody that I'm just inviting to a group. Cool. Okay, so all right, so we got about 15 minutes left, and what I wanted to talk about tonight, got that business part out of the way, but this I want to kind of be an open discussion because some of you that are on this call, as you know, like we've been discussing a lot about self-belief, and that's coming from our learning with John C. Maxwell. And so that's kind of been a theme for the month, is believing not only in others and lifting them up, which our last call we talked about TAG, that of girls or that of boys, lifting people up, putting some, adding value to their life by encouraging or, just telling them great job or, mentioning happy, positive things for them. So those tags, those tabs, those are certain ways that you can add belief into other people as well as add value to their life. But one thing that we often overlook or that we need to work on is believing in ourselves. And I can tell you from personal experience that this is something that it can be off and on days for me. It's not that I think that I'm a failure by any means, but when we hear no's, or if we have like maybe just a bad day, or somebody in the office has got a negative vibe going on and it rubs off on you, or a family member is trying to suck you down for some reason, or a friend, you just never know. So like, it's those outer influences that can have us doubting our amazingness of ourself, our belief within ourself. And in these John Maxwell calls, this last one, we talked a lot about where belief comes from. And I just wanted to go over a couple of those things. And you guys, anytime you want to chime in, or if you have an example to explain it even more, please do so, because this does not just cover Beachbody. This is not just about your coaching business. It also is about your personal life. It could be completely applied to your daily job. It could be applied to a relationship or a friendship. It can be applied to your health, so the belief within yourself covers all areas of life. So in talking about where it comes from, the very first place that they talked about it coming from is our background. So like our family, how we grew up, if it was instilled in us, if, how that worked. And everybody has a different family dynamic, a family background. Some people maybe didn't grow up with both a mom and a dad. Some people, like in today's world, how are kids growing up, so not only within yourself, but when you're thinking about your future and your children, what beliefs do you want to instill in them, so that they grow and have a good self-worth, self-belief. We think about terrible situations, that maybe we see on the news where children are being torn down, or they're just being like taken care of terribly. And that just breaks my heart, because I personally feel that I had an amazing upbringing, and I owe everything to my parents for that. So that is one thing that will affect your self-belief. And moving on towards that, you also can add your friends into this. Your friends, again, whether they are givers or takers. I'd listened to a podcast from Shalene talking about toxic friendships or toxic relationships, and she's trying to get people away from that toxic word. But again, are you surrounding yourself with people that are lifting you up? Are you surrounding yourself with people that are encouraging you and telling you that you can do it? Or are you around people that maybe nitpick or don't necessarily give you that a girl, or, acknowledge that you are working hard? Yes, these are outside effects, but at the same time, they do affect your inside belief within yourself. In every way possible. You have one person tell you, no, I don't want to join you in a challenge group, and it knocks you down a little bit, or you have one person question why you're trying to eat healthy because you don't need to, knocks you down a little bit. But if you believe inside that the things that you are doing are good and for the right purpose, then that builds that self-belief within you. Okay. Any questions on those two right now? The other thing that I want to build off on friendship is our team. Within your teams, within our team, within Team Succeed, within Team Stardust, we have made amazing friendships. And you guys know that the people within these groups and the people on these calls are the kind of people that you want to surround yourself with. They are the people that you can plug into and know that you are going the right direction, and know that you will be lifted up and cheered on, and that they are there to help you. They are going to help you build the belief within you, right? That is one reason why when I first joined Beachbody, I was like, I love this feeling. This is a feeling of a place I belong, because these are people that I know I can count on to help me and to lift me up and to give me high fives when I want them, and tell me that I'm doing good. And not that it's all sunshine and roses and unicorn farts, but at the same time, like, seriously, you guys, that when you need a pick-me-up or you need a boost, that you can plug into your team or you can plug into your challenge group and get that support that you need. Okay, so moving on. Inside victories. This was a topic that you really kind of have to dig deep in, and you have to think about, because these outside factors influence your inside belief. But the inside belief is really at the core of you, and how do you feel about your belief? Do you believe in yourself? Do you believe that you can do it? Do you believe that you can go 21 days on the 21-day fix? Do you believe that you can go 6 hours without eating sugar? Can you go the weekend without drinking an adult beverage? Do you believe? Like, this is all aspects of life, you guys. Do you believe you can walk into your day job with a smile and love what you're doing? Do you believe that you are helping people? If you believe that within yourself, there is no stopping you, okay? But when you bring in that self-doubt or you let those outside factors in, that's when it starts breaking your belief, okay? How to better that? Personal growth, personal development, listening to calls, reading books, finding those areas that you are struggling with within your life and researching it and trying to make it better for you. If confidence is something, there are many books about it. Leadership books. The book that I'm still slowly reading is You're a Badass. And that is a book that I need because it's feeding my fire and telling me that it is okay to think that you're a badass, you know, and you drive your own life and you make those decisions for yourself, and you should believe and love yourself every day. Okay. Last one that I wanted to talk about is a little bit more about the outside influences. So, or not even the outside influences, but we've got our inside. Okay, our inside victories, which is our inside voice, our personal growth, everything within us that tells us that we believe that we are doing, that we are good, that has to match our outside actions, okay? Actions is what everybody sees around us. So again, when we're looking at our daily life, say it's me and my sugar addiction, and I'm trying to avoid sugar, and the last thing I do at night is pop a handful of Skittles in my mouth that my husband has in our cupboard. You know, what is that saying? I just got done telling myself all damn day that I could go a day without eating sugar, and then I freaking ate them. You know, like, if I'm going to tell people on Facebook that I am sugar-free for the day, my actions better match that I am sugar-free from the day. And I will tell you that today I have not had any sugar. When I made that meatloaf today, he wanted the brown sugar mix with the ketchup and mustard on the whole thing. I said I didn't want any sugar today. So he put it on his half and mine was plain. Yes, my actions are matching my belief because I'm going to do this. It may not be every day, but today was the day that I was going to be sugar-free, okay? So that's what I'm talking about. The outside, your actions must match what you believe. You believe in God and you go to church on the weekends, your actions are matching your words. If you tell people that you believe in them, yet you don't check in with them to see how they're doing, or if, you know, how they're doing with their 21-day fix, or if they like their Shakeology, are you showing them that you believe in them? Are you adding value to their life and putting that belief into them because you told them that they could do it? You know, they bought that program from you and you are responsible for helping them. You are responsible for at least encouraging them and pointing them in the right direction. Anybody have any examples you'd like to share in your daily life on this stuff? Because believing is such a big deal. It is, you know, no matter how big or how small, no matter how personal or, you know, how wide scope it is. It really hit home for me this month in how much believing in your words, in your actions, in your thoughts, how that can change things for not only yourself, but your situation, your life, your health, your current job, your relationships. So that's why I wanted to speak on this today. And, you know, those of you that are also in the Maxwell Call, Debbie, Nicole, Glenna, you guys are definitely welcome to chime in here with your thoughts on this subject. And we'll wrap it up with that. So I'd love to hear from you guys if you have something. Don't be shy.
This is Ashley. I will share.
Okay.
One of the things that I guess I struggle with my job, is I complain about the morale being very low, and that, you know, the management isn't doing a very good job of boosting morale. And I will find myself wanting to set a good example and wanting to be positive in the things that I do and say, you know, because it's like, it's got to start someplace.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's the days that I don't, or the days that I give in to it, and, you know, we're talking in the break room, or, you know, and it's like afterwards I kick myself and I'm like, well, that's not helpful. That's exactly what I'm pissed off about. Why, you know, why do I keep doing that, you know? And I think that's where I've struggled recently. I mean, it used to be food. It used to be, you know, I would say that I'm going to work out, and I would say that I'm going to eat good, and then I would, you know, eat a half gallon of ice cream in a weekend, or, you know, or whatever. But, you know, now I feel like my focus is so good on my nutrition and working out, and like I'm really seeing results, and I'm enjoying that. And so now it's kind of like, I feel like I've got some of that under control. So now it's, okay, if I'm walking the talk there, where else in my life do I need to also focus? You know, if I'm changing physically, then it's kind of like, well, then why not just go all out and change totally? I want my outsides to match my insides, and vice versa. And so I think that's where I've noticed recently that I kick myself afterwards. It's like, oh, why did I say that? Or, you know.
I think that's really hard, but, you know, that's a really good example, because I found myself doing the same thing when I was at my old job. And the hard thing about that is the outside influences are hard to ignore. The gossip, or the water cooler talk, or, you know, like, that is stuff that sucks us, that has, like, as the world, even, like, anybody gets sucked into that. And the hardest thing to do is to change the subject, or to try and add a positive spin to it. Not only for yourself mentally and emotionally, because, you know, I know that you have bigger and better plans for your life than this job, but, you know, since it's your current situation, still trying to make the most of it. It's not going to happen overnight. You know, it won't, for sure. But if you continue to, you know, think on it on a daily basis, and maybe even try to spread some of that, I think it'll help you. It may not help the people around you, but at least you'll be, you know, since you are still at this job, like, you obviously still have to do it. You obviously still have to be in the job, but, you know, giving it the most that you can give it until that situation can change. And that in itself is going to help you change your actions to match your belief, because, you know, you've already just told us that that's something that you're trying to do. You know, it just is hard. It's no different than, you know, I know it is different. This is a different situation, but like me struggling with sugar, or that kind of stuff, you know, it's just a different area of life where we just try to do better the next time. Right?
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, Katie, it's kind of funny because you mentioned, I think the struggles do come from your outside job more so than, you know, Beachbody. We are so supportive and positive thinking. There's a lot of down attitudes at my work right now because of the workload and the high stress demands, and, you know, me switching from farm program to farm loan. I'm still in the same office, but there's just some heartache there as well. The gals are ready to quit. They have a couple of years before they retire. I actually took from Darren Hardy, and I went to work, and it just happened to be the day before, you know, they were all ready to quit. I took a gratitude assessment from Darren Hardy. I get those daily dose of, what are they called, Debbie?
Yeah.
Anyway, and some were very receptive to it. The person that's having the hardest struggle, she didn't even want to look at it. But
oh, wow.
You know, I just want to say that I'm taking stuff from what I'm learning in here and from Maxwell, and I am trying to spread it out in my life, because I just do see where positivity is just needed everywhere. And so that's just something I've been able to take away.
That's
my manager,
great.
I should have actually talked about it during a staff meeting today. You know, some may think it's a little bit corny, but I think that, you know, even if work's stressful, it's like, what do we enjoy about our job? You know, like for where I work, it's working with farmers and knowing that we're helping them, just like we help people here with their fitness. So
I
anyway,
think that's great, Nicole. I really appreciate you sharing that, because that's definitely another thing that has been amazing, is that when we do learn these things within Beachbody, you know, and not even with, like, Beachbody is what taught me to start reading personal development. Before that, I never was doing that. And so when I was able to change my mind, which changed my belief in certain things and within myself, that is where I found my life truly changing and being better, no matter what the situation was. You know, I think I was a positive person before, and I know, like, a lot of you guys are too, like, very positive people, but we would allow outside influences to bring us down. And there's no need for that, you know, because we are living an amazing life. We have amazing friends and family, and we are all in this together. And the fact that you are, like both of you just explained, are trying to spread a little bit more of that into other people's lives. They may not be receptive of it, and they may not understand, but you are doing something wonderful for them. So be proud of yourself for that, because that is awesome. I wish I could give you guys hugs for that, because you should feel really good about that. All right, we got like 7 minutes. Debbie, you want to add anything?
It's probably just an addition. I'm, for one, lucky that in the last couple months, my job position has changed too. But it's more for, you know, positive. My boss and whole company nationwide is working on keeping the company positive. And we get weekly tips from our boss each week on different fitness or this or that, how to keep you going, how to, you know, just outside. What are you doing outside of this job that's dragging you down, that you're bringing to work? You know, just different things like that. And so for me, it's so rewarding to know that my full-time job is focused on that, and my part-time with Beachbody. So it is rewarding. And I too, I try to, like, I can tell that personal development is like in my brain, and I would not be where I am today without personal development. No way at all. So that's what I push on my team is, if you do anything, drink your Shakeology, workout, and personal development, because that's gonna it changes everything, your outlook on everything. But I use bits and pieces like Nicole, and I'm sorry I didn't catch your name, Ashley.
Yep.
Anyways, that I use when talking to my coworkers. We do a lot of instant messaging and stuff, and just because we are working remotely and everything. And so, I mean, even if it is just a high five or whatever, I can tell a world of difference from when I first started working with one employee in general to today, just by me feeding a little bit of positivity towards what she does. So
That's very cool. That's so nice that your company is doing that.
yeah, they actually started this week. This month we're doing like culture activities or whatever. So I'm curious to see where that leads. But there's just different things, like today's or this week's project is to take a picture of something on our desk. I have no idea what's going on or anything, but I think it's really cool because it just brings we have a diverse group. I mean, we have cover all different states, work with tons of agents and everything. And so to just bring that together is just rewarding with Beachbody on that side too. So
Yeah, that honestly sounds kind of like you know, how we try to engage our challengers, you know, to bring people together, to unify people and to move in a forward direction. So that's pretty cool. That's really cool. So we got some baby time going on. And I think Ashley was waving too. Little Ashley.
hi, Ashley.
For those of you on the phone, we have some people.
I had to show you, Katie, because you
I
don't
know.
get to see
He's
it.
gotten so big, so big.
Yeah. All right.
He sits in a different garden
Sorry.
now.
We're interrupting your call. Sorry about that.
That's all right. I think we're good. I think we're going to go ahead and close it out with that. I'm sorry I kept you over just a little bit longer, but I really appreciate you guys being here. We're going to keep these every other Tuesday. And if you have topics you want to bring to the table, I would love that. I love keeping these open so we can have discussions. I think that we learn a lot from each other, and it was nice to hear from you guys in opening this up, what, you know, where you're struggling and where you find that you are able to bring your own belief within yourself and positivity of your life into other people's worlds. So thanks for sharing, and I hope you guys have a great rest of the week. I'll be seeing some of you guys next week. Yay! So, all right, guys, I hope you have a great night. We'll talk to you later. Bye.
Good night.
Thanks, Katie.